So this is the cardboard covering that goes around this cool tin that all your cards and dice are located inside. And I thought it was really cool. The reason I took this off, not just to play with it, but is I thought I'd show you that it actually is a Quarrior die. Namely, it's actually the dragon die, if you will. Now, you don't exactly should roll this or anything like that. But I should mention that my daughter was carrying this down the stairs and she dropped it, and it popped open and some of the cards fell out and some other stuff. But you know, the insert and everything was fine, and no bumps or dents or bruises or anything on this, so it's pretty solid. I guess if you're kind of like one of those hardcore kind of anal people about, you know, stacking your boxes and everything of your collection really well on your shelves, I could totally get where, you know, this isn't really going to fit somewhere. But like if you have like Bang the Bullet, you could put that next to it, and, you know, two really weird shaped boxes for your games, something like that. You can make a shelf, all weird boxes or something. But anyway, so what did I think of Quarriors? I love it. I love the game. I think it is hands down one of the most fun games I have played this year, and maybe played at all. There's just something so cool about rolling all those cool different colored dice and then figuring out what you're going to do with them after it comes through. I mean, deck building games have been around for a while now. I mean, of course, they started off with Dominion. We have Thunderstone and Nightfall and, you know, Rune Age now and all kinds of stuff like that. And you know, people have messed with it and changed everything like that. But I mean, this is an idea that, like, I mean, it's like one of those things where you want to kick yourself for not thinking of it yourself. You know, just like, wow, you know, instead of actually collecting cards, I'm collecting dice. And it just adds that nice little random chaos factor into the game that people like me who like dice, it takes kind of that whole stale deck building genre and it makes it fun. You know, I mean, and I can still enjoy a game of Thunderstorm or Dominion or whatever if I have to. But bottom line, right now, this game is way more fun than they are. You know, very few detractions that I hear for the game is, one, that it's just, there's too much chaos, there's too much randomness in it, it's all just luck driven. And you know, I can understand that complaint. But, I mean, honestly, if you don't like that whole luck or you know, portion of games, then why would you play a game that's predominantly made out of dice? So I mean, you're definitely just playing a game that, you know, isn't suited for you. There's lots of zero-sum games out there that people can play and they can enjoy, and I even like those types of games as well. But I mean, you can't go into this game thinking you're going to have that. And you know, the bottom line is that that's really actually kind of one of the key points of Quarriors that I like, is the fact that, you know, I can be behind, and, you know, somebody could draw 6 dice out of their bag and they're just like the perfect 6 dice, you know, that they need to, you know, pull off a win maybe. And it all comes down to that roll. And I've had people roll their dice and just like get all quiddity or something like that. And it's just like, great, you know, they can't do anything. And then it comes to my turn and I got that chance to win, and I get my 6 dice and the perfect 6 dice, and I roll and I get, you know, a horrible roll and I can't win with what I got. So, I mean, I like the fact that even if you play the game perfectly, it still doesn't guarantee that you're going to win. Now, but then again, there's people out there who won't like that about the game, and then, you know, obviously this game isn't for you. A complaint about the mechanics of the game is that the culling portion of it, the time when you actually get rid of that die out of your bag. Now, yeah, I see both sides of the coin as far as, you know, you get to call a die for each monster that you score, and I can see where people are going to say, well, you know, that's you know, it's too powerful, because it is. It is in a way you can shortchange yourself pretty easily, you know, using that. If you happen to get lucky, where, like, you know, several of your assistants are able to, like, you know, make it around and score, you know, you can, you know, start ditching those and things like that. But, you know, I played the game probably 10 times with the rules as is, and I, you know, still had fun each time I played it. And then after that, we kind of like talked about it and we discussed, you know, and we decided that it'd be more strategic if you only were allowed to call 1 die, no matter how many you scored. And I think a lot of people have used that variant. And I, you know, we do that now. We home rolled it, and it's, you know, we still have fun, and I don't know if the game is better or what have you, but we switched it up a little bit, and we're still enjoying the heck out of the game. So maybe you'll just have to play it yourself and figure out how you want to do that. The only other real complaint that I've heard is that the strategy of it is too simplistic, and I guess I don't buy into that at all. People say that all you need to do is just buy the most expensive creature that's out there, and by and large, if you just keep doing that every single turn, you're gonna win. Now, I would say that's true. If you just sit down with a bunch of brand new players and you just that's what you're gonna do. I can maybe buy into that, and just say but that's a real basic strategy. It's kind of like the first time you played Dominion and you realize that maybe I shouldn't be buying any other card. I should just be buying silver right now and getting those silvers in my hand so I can get gold and so on and so forth. And like all of a sudden you're like, wow, I'm winning. And then and then other people start doing it, and then you realize that strategy doesn't work anymore. You need to go beyond that. And I strongly suggest anybody just to take time to look through all the different cards. Look through what the creatures do, look what the monsters do, look what the spells do, and see how they would work together in synergy. And then build off of that. And if you do that, and you come up with good ideas on how to play those certain creatures and spells, you're going to beat that basic just buy the best monster strategy more often than not. Now, I guess the bottom line for this game is that it is flat out fun. And for me, barring all else, barring mechanics, barring theme, barring artwork, I want to have fun when I play games. And this game is flat out fun. This is a game that we set up and we play, we get done playing it, and we're so good at resetting the game up, we're up and running 5 minutes later, we're playing again. We'll play this game 3-4 times in a row. And I mean, obviously, if I'm doing that, I'm not torturing myself. I wouldn't be doing that with a game that I didn't like. I cannot wait for expansions to come out. I really hope they come with cool tins like this as well. If anybody at WizKids is watching this, I would just one plea at all as far as the game goes. When you do the expansions, don't mess with it too much. Just give us a big giant tin of this with a bunch of cool new monsters to summon, a bunch of cool new spells, and then give us a bunch of cool new dice that we can use. That's it. That's all I want. I don't want you changing the turn structure. I don't want you changing the basic card, the basic dice, basic cards. I don't want you altering anything too much. All I want is just more. Just more spells, more monsters, and more, of course, more cool looking dice. And if you keep doing that, I'll buy each and every expansion that you come up with, as far as that's concerned. So, that's me, and that's my opinion of Quarriors. When I get around to doing my top 10 games, probably late December, early January, I cannot think of a reason why Quarriors would not be one of my top 10 games of 2011. Right now, it is it's winning a race that doesn't really have anybody else in it for me, which doesn't mean that the other games that I've said are good this year aren't good. It just means that this one just is right now better than the other ones that I've played. So thank you for listening to this incredibly positive review for a game. I hope if you haven't purchased Quarriors yet, I've convinced you that it's a game that you're going to like. And frankly, if you like dice and you like deck builders, this is a must buy, and I can't believe you haven't bought it already. So, other than that, leave your comments, questions, ideas below, and I will answer them and comment back as quickly as humanly possible. As always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and until next time, this is Undead Viking. I'll talk to you later.